Are you guys sick of watching Fortnite videos yet? You're probably watching one right now, honestly. Although I do love myself some Fortnite, this channel that you're currently watching and you should subscribe to is all about survival games. And more specifically, this video is going to be pointing out the upcoming survival games that I'm extremely excited for in chronological order, and all of these games will be posted on my YouTube channel in a walkthrough fashion. So if that's something that you are looking forward to watching me do, then click on that subscribe button and let me show you these upcoming games that I'm extremely excited for. Number one is The Forest. So this game has been played by me a lot. It was actually one of my top games on my channel for a very long time. And on April 30th, they are releasing the game fully. It is going to be done, no longer in early access, and me and Boomer will be hopping into the game from beginning to end, playing through the entire thing. If you guys don't know what The Forest is, it's kind of a horror survival game where obviously you need to build, survive, make sure you're eating, drinking, etc. But your little baby, your little child has been kidnapped after a plane crash by a tribe of cannibal monsters, and you have to get him back. The story unfolds pretty crazy, and we'll be taking that on April 30th on my channel. The next game to be released and played on my channel is going to be Conan Exiles. So I'm already playing this right now with Boomer on my channel, so go check that out. And the game is extremely fun, has gone through a ton of updates since the last time we played, with new building mechanics, new combat systems, new bosses, and a bunch of different things. Conan Exiles is an open world survival game set in the brutal lands of Conan the Barbarian. So you actually play as a barbarian. You can kidnap people, create them as prisoners, use them as slaves to do things for you in the game, as well as facing these big giant monsters and beasts in their PvP gameplay. There's a ton of different things that I'm looking forward to checking out in this game, so be sure to check this out. And we'll be doing an even more expansive series on May 8th when it releases, when they're adding a bunch of new areas. But right now, like I said, you can still check it out on my channel with a whole bunch of new updates. Well, as you can see on your screen right now, State of Decay 2 on May 22nd. So this is going to be a large 4-player co-op zombie survival game with a story to it. So we're going to be able to uncover the story throughout the entire walkthrough on my channel. We haven't decided on what the group is going to be, the group of 4 for State of Decay, but it's going to be extremely exciting. I really enjoyed State of Decay 1, and I cannot wait for this game to come out, especially with the shenanigans that's going to go down with our base building and whatnot with our group of 4. So this is, I guess, your stereotypical zombie survival game. You need to make sure you survive as a human race amongst your group against the zombies. The military's failed, the world has failed, everything has failed, and you have to be the one to scavenge for all these extra leftover supplies, make sure you're well fed, make sure your base is safe, and defend it from hordes and hordes of zombies. So that's extremely exciting. I cannot wait for that. And just the fact that it's going to be 4-player co-op is going to make it absolutely perfect for YouTube. So make sure, I'm just going to reiterate again, subscribe down below, guys. So just one day after State of Decay 2, we have Raft Survival releasing. I actually played a very, very early access version of this game on itch.io. If you guys want to check that out, again, you can just Google it, Partially Royal Raft Survival, and you'll see that type of video. So this is a pretty simple premise of a survival game, but it's everything that we would know and love in a survival game itself. You need to make sure you're surviving on top of this raft, and they're adding a whole bunch of new mechanics, and they're also adding multiplayer where you can play with friends. And you can grow trees on your raft, you can expand your raft bigger. You pretty much have to catch all these drifting items in the water and use those to craft new items, and eventually your raft gets huge, and I cannot wait to play. So this is where we begin into the games that are unannounced for this year, but we're looking forward to in the survival genre. This game I am most excited for out of any single game on this list. I know that says a lot, but You guys know what I like, and I like survival PvP. I like to face other players, I like to outsmart other players, I like to steal loot from people. It's kind of my favorite thing to do in any type of survival game. So what Rend has going for it is it has a built-in purge. If you guys haven't seen my Arc series, we used to do this thing, or we still do this thing, where there's a purge, where once a week, the game would allow you to attack everybody's bases, so you have time to build up, and then you have time to attack. This game has a built-in purge. During a certain time period, you'll be able to build up, craft your bases, tame monsters, and do this type of thing, kind of create this big giant castle fortress. And then during the week, probably based on your server schedule, you will be able to attack each other. So with a game with a built-in purge alone is going to be massive. A survival game with built-in purge is also going to be massive. A survival game with built-in purge where you can actually get monsters to join your team. I cannot wait for this game. Honestly, this is probably going to be my #1 game of 2018. I'm hoping that they don't upset us. They clearly don't have a release date for it yet, but I've been told by the developers themselves that I actually talked to at PAX East. It could be in the next coming months. So this one, again, I couldn't put in chronologically, but I'm extremely, extremely excited for. This could be the survival PvP game that we have been waiting for. They've actually had a lot of developers that have worked on things like World of Warcraft that have done PvP in World of Warcraft and that type of stuff too. So I think they kind of have an idea of how survival PvP should go. And they're taking the best things from all the other survival games and they're throwing them into one. So I cannot wait for this game. And I'm so super hyped to have it on my channel. And this is the second to last survival game that I'm going to be showing you guys today, 7 in total, but this game is awesome. I actually played it at PAX East. It's called Scum, and the concept of the game is a zombie kind of island survival game with a twist. So the twist is that your character can change based on its environment. If you're eating fatty foods, your guy's gonna get fatty and you're gonna get a lot more HP. If you're eating some healthier foods and you're making sure you're sprinting and doing your cardio and weight training, you're gonna be more of a buff person and you're gonna be able to hit harder but have less HP. So what you eat, what you do, how do you interact, what you do throughout the entire gameplay session, it interacts with your character and changes it in tons of ways. I actually had hands-on with this game at PAX East. It runs beautifully. That was our biggest concern coming into this because the game looks nice, but if the game doesn't run well, it's not going to be fun. There's actually going to be multiple different game modes in this game where you're going to be able to do team deathmatch scenarios. There's going to be capture the flag scenarios. There's also going to be open world survival aspects to it. So there's actually offering a lot for a lot of different people. Imagine the gameplay more of being a simulation of military. So it's a military simulation shooter with survival aspects. They say it's zombies, but they actually told me that there's a chip in the back of their head. Obviously, these guys are all from a prison. They were thrown on this island, and the chip in the back of their head actually mutates and creates them into these zombie-like monsters. So destroy the chip, you kill the zombie, aka headshots. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this game. Again, there's no release date for it, but we are hoping for it this year, and I was told, again, similar to the Rend developers, that it is coming very soon. Last but not least on our list is another game that you have seen on the channel, Astroneer, in the planned release for this year. I really, really, really loved this game. I had a ton of fun with it, but it seemed like it was just lacking at the time of me playing it and that it needed just a little more oomph. So when the game does release, they do plan on having a lot of different things for you to do with planetary travel and creating bases on different planets and eventually linking up with these planets, large multiplayer scenarios and dedicated servers. So I just thought I'd put it in this list because, like I said, I played it before and I had a ton of fun with it, and I'm looking forward to the full release this year, and you'll be seeing a full Let's Play on my channel. So those are the 7 survival games that I'm looking forward to this year. Sometimes some newer ones will sneak in and they just kind of appear out of nowhere and it's time to play a survival game and it's like ready to go. Some things that also didn't make the list is the 7 Days to Die update that's coming out pretty soon. It's not releasing The game's not fully releasing, so I didn't want to add it to the list because this is more for games that are fully coming out and will be finished. The survival game genre has been plagued with early access for quite a bit of time, but it's kind of awesome because now that we've played those early access games for the last 5 years straight now, literally I have not missed a day of posting on my channel in 5 years. It's kind of crazy. Now these games that I played 5 years ago are coming out. They're releasing. So I'm extremely excited to hop back into these games and, of course, some of the new ones that I showed you. So if you really did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it. And if you're watching this as an advertisement and you watched it all the way towards the end, that's pretty sweet. I love you. You should come over to my channel. Make sure you subscribe and like this. And I am pretty much the #1 place for survival games, for sure. Honestly, I can attest to that. No problem. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my little list, and I'm hoping that you guys are looking forward to watching these games on my channel, if not just buying them, because they seem pretty awesome. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace, love, and positivity. See you guys later.